Hello everyone, welcome to another video on my channel. I'm Marshall3498. In today's motovlog topic, what I'd like to talk a little bit about is a motorcycle topic, as usual for the most part. And that is some tips that I've learned myself that I'd like to share with my viewers and whoever's watching this, is how to ride two-up on a motorcycle. I don't claim to be an expert. I'm not an instructor, professional, yada yada yada. This is just take it with a grain of salt. This is just my opinion and my view of the matter. First and foremost is whatever type of bike you're on, this really this applies to most, but not all of them. But my experience in my bike carrying a passenger is there's two main things that your passenger needs to do. And for one, that is, most important one is, at least this is the way I do it, I may be wrong, I don't know, whatever, is get your passenger to remain very still as possible, you know, not like turning their shoulder to look at something by the side of the road, or turning half their body to, oh, what's that over there? That really kind of upsets the bike. The few times that I've, maybe 5 or 6 times that I've had somebody, a passenger on my bike, they do move around a little bit. You know, I'm sure it's hard to be perfectly still, but it just, you know, like on a straight road, you notice it more than anything. The bike tends to, you know, try to not track straight or lean just a little bit one way or another. And as long as they remain fairly still, if you're somewhat of an experienced rider, it won't really upset you unless they start really moving around a whole lot, you know, as far as, you know, something that becomes bothersome. But if you can deal with a little bit of moving around, it's not a big deal. It may be a little bit less on some bigger, heavier bikes. You know, I ride just a 07 SE6, which only weighs like 450 pounds. So on your big turn bikes, where it takes more effort to lean them and they have more weight to them, it may not affect them as much. I don't know. And number 2 important thing that they need to do is if they have to adjust their helmet or adjust their visor, or maybe make some kind of adjustment to their gear or the way they're sitting, try to tell them to wait till you're stopped at a stoplight or something where you're stopped for a good amount of time to do such a thing. And this goes without saying, but you never know with some people, to tell them to also to keep their feet on the pegs, not to try to put their feet down at any kind of intersection, red light, stop sign, whatever. That's another bad thing to do. You need to kind of also, what I've learned is make a few hand signals with the passenger if you're not using like an intercom system. Like I have a Sena 10S that I have paired with the person that I carry on mine a little bit. That I really use just for the first couple times of riding, just to talk to them and get them used to riding. If you can have a setup like that, that would probably be a lot better, because once you're doing over 20 or 30, you know, after you're not in the neighborhood, you can try to talk to them, but they're not going to hear you because there's so much wind noise, at least in my experience. Another thing too is, you know, what I do, like I said, is I have them sit still and I lean the bike back and forth. It will affect your bike's every characteristic of the bike, and that goes for acceleration, stopping, leaning, slow speed, stability. It affects all that. It's not enough to matter to me, enough to make me uncomfortable, but it is something you need to be aware of. You know, maybe just take it, if you do ride a little bit aggressive by yourself, just kind of do the passenger a favor and kind of take it easy a little bit. You know, don't be going just absolutely nuts with them on there, because that'll, especially for their first couple times, that'll get them kind of scared, and they'll want to move around or start, you know, maybe really freaking out and really wanting off the bike, and that's not going to do anything but cause both of you harm and make both of you upset. But like I said, it will affect everything. I'm sure on some bigger bikes, like I said, it probably doesn't affect them as much as it would a lighter bike like mine. From my experience, all it does really mine is is you lose a little front end feel as far as the bike wants to not lean in as much, from what I can tell, you know, because you put more weight on the back. You're taking weight off the front tire, I guess, where you're putting more load on the suspension. The front forks are naturally kind of already on the up travel some, and that takes pressure off the front tire. That's at least the way it feels to me. Braking, you know, like I said, I just kind of take it easy a little more with the passenger. Braking, I'm sure it's longer because it's more weight, but like I said, I just kind of take it easy. I'm sure in a panic stop situation you would really be able to tell the difference, I guess. Regular stopping, it does affect it some, but not enough to really freak out and really have to, you know, slow down way ahead of time. Just something to be aware of. And you might also want to try maybe, if you can, not really ringing the bike out so much, because then you have, you know, the bike revs way up, and then if you're a rider even are good at shifting smoothly at higher RPM levels, what it's going to do is it's just going to cause the bike to kind of, the passenger kind of buck a little bit, and if you're both wearing full face helmets like what me and my passenger wear, then it's going to cause their helmet to hit the back ears a little bit and kind of make them, oh, you know, and move around a little bit. So just maybe kind of short shift a little bit if that's, you know, possible. That seems to help, I think, at least in my experience. Thanks, car, for pulling right out in front of me. Sorry about that, but you know, it's just one of those things to be aware of. It's going to affect everything. It's not enough to really be bothersome, but I just thought I'd like to make some of my viewers and subscribers and whoever comes across this aware of that. It is going to make a difference, but it's not enough difference to really, I don't know, to get freaked out, but it is something to get used to. I'll put it that way. So that's about all I got on today's vlog, guys. If you like this video, I have much more other types of motorcycle content on my channel as far as first rides go, motorcycle gear that I currently own and tested, some of my vlogs set up, you know, individually, reviews of every piece of it and stuff like that, some scenic places I've been to, and like this, more rider advice and how-to stuff. So if you haven't already done so, please subscribe, like, and share this video, and leave a comment down below. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you got. So on that, guys, have fun, ride safe. We'll see you on the next one.